Hello and welcome to my Eastern Grey Squirrel House Manual for Wildlife Rehabilitation. Some animal background, just gonna give a quick summary of my entire presentation. Eastern Grey Squirrels, they are native small mammal, a tree rodent to New England, uh, including Massachusetts. You can see on the table that's a taxonomic classification of the animals, and growth and autonomy. Most of the animals coming in rehabilitation will be babies. They can be released when they reach 12 to 14 weeks, and they expected to be fully grown by 8 to 9 months. So this is a table created by me. I used a manual by Gordon Ruth on what the weight of healthy squirrel should be, and using uh, exponential model and function of weight to age of the squirrel. So I calculated what a healthy weight gain should be in a healthy squirrel on any uh, on on any stage of development by week, and by healthy weight, which you can see is marked by B. That's a daily weight gain. So be say between 0 and 7 days should be 1.041 grams, and then it changes because the baby's demands, growth and development changes. Living conditions. So real quick, below you can see the figure 2. This is where my rehabilitation center going to be located. It is located on conservation land, so where there's certain restrictions as far as human activities, as well as noise and level will be limited. Rehabilitation center is, you can see it's marked in blue on the left side. It is separate. It's by the body of water. It's separate from a human house. It's also separate from surrounded. I already said this, surrounded 3 times by the lake, and being conservation land, even the lake is limited to any human noise and activity, which is a perfect place for rehabilitation. It is considered wetlands and forested area. So this is a squirrel rehabilitation facility built by me and presented to Division of Fisheries and Wildlife. You can see it has several squirrel cages. That's for different stages of developments for squirrels. One thing it's not here, but I have now, is an incubator. It's a small facility. I'm not planning to take more than 1 liter of squirrels, so maximum maybe to 5 individuals. And this place contains all the necessary requirements for the facility, which includes running water, electricity, and heat. Talking about nutrition and digestive physiology, really quick. Digestive system of squirrels. You can see that squirrel is eating. It's a monogastric system, which means just like humans, they have simple stomach. Food is being broken down in the mouth with saliva and teeth. It moves down the esophagus to stomach, which breaks down the feed. Goes to small intestine where metabolism occurs, and absorption also occurs in large intestine. And monogastrous animals consume food that's high in concentrates, 80 to 90% digestible, high in energy, and generally low in fiber. So squirrels do eat fiber. By comparison, I have this blue jay demonstrating what avian digestive system is. This is the food of blue jays, which looks very similar to kind of what squirrel eats. So the way food digested in avians, they have a beak which breaks down food into small pieces, as well as the feet, which food is swallowed and travels down esophagus to crop. There is no teeth, so nothing is being break down. However, when food gets in crop, it's stored and soaked. It moves down proventriculus, proventriculus is actually serves as a stomach. You can see it's labeled on the blue jay, and it acts like a stomach. It secretes gastric enzymes and hydrochloric acids, just like in a squirrel stomach. And then it moves food down to gizzard. Gizzard contains grits and stones that functions like teeth, grinds foods down and moves it to small and large intestines. And that's where metabolism absorption occurs. Food then moves to cloaca and vent, where non-digestive food is expelled. Really quick, ruminants. So it marks it's like a four-chambered stomach. So food goes to rumen, which where it promotes fermentation, breaks down raphages, synthesizes amino acids, and contains a large bacterial community, which is essential for the digestive system. It then moves to reticulum, where it traps foreign materials like nails and anything not digestible. Then goes to omasum, which removes water from feed, and then abomasum, which is a true stomach, which breaks down proteins, facilitates absorption in small intestine. And also, if you see the chart on the right, you can see all these arrows. What they mean, it's a cod. Cod is a ball-like mass of feed brought up from the stomach and rechewed, and usually done 6 to 8 times a day. Pseudo-ruminants, they kind of like ruminants, but they don't have four-chambered stomach. So this rabbit's gonna show perfect demonstration. One thing I forgot to mention, they consume a large amount of raphages, just like ruminants, which and only 50 to 65% digestible rabbits have interesting stomach because the stomach is highly acidic, so it acidifies, stores food, and also has tight seal that prevents vomiting. It moves food to small intestine, which digests proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals. Moves to cecum, which is also part of large intestine, which contains all the microbial community that breaks down fiber and other foodstuffs. And it moves to colon, which separates food into digestible, not just digestible parts, and then separates excreta into soft and hard feces. The soft feces is then consumed by rabbit in a process called cecotrophy, where feces consumed for bringing up additional microbial community and nutrients. Table 3, it actually shows the age, the weight, and the number of feedings for baby squirrels. Majority of intakes gonna be babies. Not that many adults for eastern gray squirrels. Or if we do get them, usually they go to wildlife center. And this is why the weight is so important, because it's established a number of feedings of the animal, and can help establish animal's weight. Animal's age, along with physical characteristics. Nutritional care plan. So again, wildlife rehabilitators must be prepared to treat, provide care, and release infantile, juvenile, and adult members of the focal species, and prepared to outside also any animal species on temporary basis, which is Division of Fishery and Wildlife guidelines. A nutritional care plan. Talk a bit about fluid therapy. So a lot of animals that we get, we have to assume they have some degree of dehydration. We assess dehydration based on physical characteristics, and then prepare a nutritional care plan. So this is a formula that's I actually have made and using. It's obviously didn't come from me. It came from Wildlife Rehabilitator Manual and a study guide. But formula is mine, and it shows exactly how you calculate nutrition, calculate dehydration fluid by day for dehydrated animals when they arrive. and I'm not gonna really dwell on all this math formula, but the formula is in my manual, easy to see with example provided. So going into winning diet, you can see figure 6 shows a squirrel food pyramid. You can see most of the diet of squirrels in the white. It's nuts and seeds, acorns, widely consumed, and we'll talk about the nutritional value in my tables. They do eat shoots, buds, flowers, fungi, cambium of some trees, and squirrels are omnivores. They're not herbivores, even though some manuals I saw list them as herbivores, but they are omnivores, and they will eat caterpillars, insects, and also they may eat bird sacs and nestlings too, even though it's very rare, but it happens. So this table in my manual lists what to watch out for when we have baby squirrels in our care, and we give them the natural foods. We need to be aware about the dangers some of these foods contains. It's dangerous to feed them seeds and nuts in large quantity too, but talk about this later in the next section. But please familiarize yourself with all these dangers and be aware that baby squirrels unfortunately did not develop the insects in the wild, and sometimes they can't tell the difference. So as rehabilitators, we gotta step out and make sure that food we give them is good, the pits are cleaned, because even the most innocent foods contain the dangerous toxins which are listed in my table. So this table further lists effects of nutrients on eastern gray squirrel function and the source of food example to provide that we may want to provide during our care. So it's not going to go into every specific food. There is a list which takes like many pages, but in this small field manual, it gives you an idea of what are major nutrients, how they get them, and what they do for our squirrels. So, talking about malnutrition and wildlife rehabilitation, we gotta assume that babies probably hungry, stressed out, have some dehydration, like I said before. Sometimes we will take babies that have severe suffering from malnutrition, and we need to be aware of those signs. And that's some of the examples. Won't go in detail for them, but please familiarize yourself with them. So this is a body condition score of what it looks like, what to look for the squirrel. I never seen a fat squirrel in the wild or rehabilitation. It could happen. Usually, if it's big, it's usually it's pregnant. Or I heard about some metabolic imbalance, which cause animals gain this weight, but I never seen it. However, familiarize yourself with body condition score, and this is a real life example. This body condition score 1 baby is actually 4-5 weeks old and has a weight of 1 week old neonate. The reason is it was found by Finder. She kept him for 3 weeks and thought she was doing a great job, and unfortunately I tried to keep this baby alive, kept him alive overnight, waking up, given the fluids, kept him for most of the day, but he did pass away in transport. So this is an example of body condition scores 2. She's skinny, but not as bad. She's actually 3 weeks old, and she's doing quite fine. And number 3, that's one of my squirrels that I had, and you can see the difference in head to body ratio, body condition, and squirrel's condition. Perfect example. And moving on to husbandry preventative care, I have to end this video as part 1 because it only allows me to do 15 minutes, and I will come back with other 50 minutes. Thank you.